Hola mi gente y bienvenidos a su clase de español para educadores. Today we're going to talk about the verb tener, all-important verb, which allows us to talk about how we feel and also what we have to do. Tener means to have, and it's used in a lot of idiomatic ways. Just to review, idiomatic means that the sum of the words in an expression mean more than the words alone. Another way of saying that is if you try to translate these phrases, you will be completely lost. You just need to understand that the idiomatic phrase means what it means and just accept that. Eventually, the logic will penetrate. So let's talk about this. ¿Tiene tiempo? Sí, lo tengo. First, as always, we have to conjugate that verb, that is, put it in the different people. And let's try it without the subject pronouns. Hope you remember that yo, tú, usted, él, ella, nosotros, ustedes, ellos, ellas is I, you informal, you formal, he, she, we, you guys or y'all, and they. So let's work on learning to conjugate verbs without subject pronouns because a lot of Spanish speakers do. Repita, por favor. Tengo. Tienes. Tiene. Tenemos. Tienen. Good job. So you'll see this big red hand is on the screen to remind you that tener means to have. So I can say, tengo un vaso. I have a glass. Tengo un vaso. Or I can say other things that are more fancy and idiomatic. Let's take a look. Let's start with obligation. Before you've worked with infinitives, you've worked with infinitives with ir to express what you're going to do. Voy a plus the infinitive or the are form of the verb. You've also used querer, poder, esperar, and necesitar with infinitives. There are many helper verbs, but tener plus que, the pronoun que, means to have to do something. For example, if I want to say, you have to practice, I would say, usted tiene que practicar. Usted tiene que practicar. So let's try to put that in our school context. ¿Qué tiene que hacer usted? What do you have to do? We may find ourselves in a situation that we need to talk with parents about what their responsibilities are at home. Let's try a few of these using the tener que idiom. Remember, it's tener conjugated plus the pronoun que plus any infinitive or the unconjugated form of the verb. Repita, por favor. Tienen que ayudar a los niños con la tarea. They, or you guys, have to help the kids with their homework. Tienen que preguntar a los niños sobre su día. They, or you all, have to ask the kids about their day. Tienen que enseñar a los niños muchas cosas. You have to teach the kids a lot of things. Tienen que contestar sus preguntas a los niños. You have to answer the kids' questions. Tienen que dar a los niños comida saludable. You have to give the kids healthy food. Tienen que elogiar a los niños cuando hacen las cosas bien. You have to praise kids when they do things well. Tienen que disciplinar a los niños cuando se portan mal. You have to discipline the kids when they behave badly. Tienen que vestir a los niños en el uniforme escolar. You have to dress the kids in the school uniform. Now remember, you're watching this on YouTube, so you can repeat and stop at any moment to repeat after me. But these are the kind of phrases you might want to say. This is what you have to do. Los padres tienen que ser parte del equipo escolar. Tienen que ser parte del equipo escolar. Parents have to be part of the school team. So let's describe some physical states with tener. When we have a feeling in Spanish, often, though not always, we'll describe it with tener. So instead of saying, I am hungry, I'll say I have hunger. Or I am thirsty, I'll say I have thirst. To some of you who speak other Romance languages, this will be easy because we do the same thing, for example, in French. Okay, repita por favor. Tengo hambre. I'm hungry. Tengo sed. I'm thirsty. Tengo calor. I'm hot. Tengo frío. I'm cold. Tengo dolor. I hurt. Tengo sueño. I'm sleepy. Tengo dolor de cabeza. I have a headache. And any other part of your body that aches, just put in that part instead of cabeza. Tengo dolor de cabeza. I have a headache. We describe emotions with tener as well. So we're thinking of tener as the obligation verb and also as the feeling verb. We'll do this in first person as well. Stop the video anytime you need to reflect or repeat the phrase again for yourself. Repita por favor. Tengo pena. Or tengo vergüenza. Tengo celos. Tengo miedo a. Like I might say, tengo miedo a hablar en público. I'm afraid of talking in public. No, not really. But tengo miedo a. Or sometimes tengo miedo de. They are both correct. Tengo culpa por. Tengo culpa por. Tengo ilusión. Tengo ilusión. Tengo ganas de. And here's another great moment that just like tener que with infinitive, we throw an infinitive on the end to say, oh, I feel like doing something. Tengo ganas de comer. I feel like eating. Tengo ganas de leer. I feel like reading. Tengo ganas de. But there's still more. We're just covering a few idiomatic expressions with tener in this presentation, but there are yet more useful ones. So let's look at 4 more. Repita por favor. Tengo suerte. Tengo prisa. Tengo derecho. And that often comes with a. So I might say, tengo derecho a vivir. I have the right to live. Or you might say, el niño tiene derecho a estudiar. The child has the right to study. Tengo razón. means to be correct. So if someone is correct, you say, usted tiene razón. Or if they're incorrect, you'll say, usted no tiene razón. Shh, tengo sueño. Quiero dormir. So that's a quick introduction to the verb tener. Practice tener a lot, remembering it's irregular, so you just need to really learn it. Tengo, tienes, tiene, tenemos, tienen, many, many times, muchas veces, and try it in all its different idiomatic spectrum. Tener can do a lot for you. See you in class. Nos vemos en la clase.